We're playing Zombicide White Death, and this is the tutorial quest. This is going to be pretty straightforward. We have our survivors starting over here, and we have our objectives here and here. The quest here is to collect both of those objectives. In order to do that, we have to first obtain each of the items in the corresponding rooms. So there's 6 in each room. The quest is to search for our gear, get geared up. Other than that, we just have the first spawn zone up here, the second one down here, and a little bit of corruption. And we got to be mindful that we have our beacon over here. So if we get a necromancer, we just need to keep an eye on that. So let's just jump right into it. We gave the start token to Ogon. He's got a bow, and we're going to go ahead and move him straight towards the first objective. He's going to take 1 action, 2 actions to move. He'll take a 3rd action to draw or to search for the item. He found a Geisarm. I don't know if you can see it there. Pretty good because it does 2 damage. So we'll give it to him. Let's keep it in his right hand. Next we'll go with Jenia. She's gonna also do the same thing, move twice. She will search for some gear. She found a war bow. Pretty sweet. It's got some good range, 2 hits on it. And she will have it equipped. We'll move over to Dragomir. Do the same thing. He's going to move twice, and he will also search. He found a torch. Very cool. He gets to keep it from his backpack, and allows him to search twice. And if he has Dragon Bile, you get to combine that and basically destroy everything in a zone next to him. So then we'll move with Lorna. Lorna's got Power Blast, so she's got some range. Let's go ahead and move her, kind of reposition her to the next objective. Because on our next round, we have 3 more items to collect here, and any of the guys here can basically take all of that. So I think we're okay here. And this also keeps a little bit of distance between the spawn zones. We will just take Sarnai, and let's go ahead and do the same thing. Let's rewind. Lorna gets a free move action. So we did 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and move her a 4th. We'll put her right here, and if it spawns here, she can take a shot at. Let's go with Sarnai. Sarnai is gonna follow Lorna, moving once, twice, and a 3rd time. And Yasuke, he's got a sword on him, or a Shashka. He will... Let's take a different approach. Let's move him in here. So we go once, twice, and then he'll search for a new item. He found some body armor. Pretty cool. So that's going to be the round for the survivors. So there's no zombies on the board right now. No zombies in the field, and we're going to spawn some in. So the first spawn is going to be 4 brutes. That seems like a lot, but let's. I guess that's what we get. Not that runner. Let's get those 4 brutes in there. And that kind of sucks because her power blast, Lorna's power blast, is only gonna do only does 1 damage, so she can't even do anything to the brutes. So we need to get someone in with, well, really we need Ogon, who's got the Geisarm in there, who can really do the damage. But let's keep going with the spawns. We got walkers, gonna be 4 of them in spawn zone number 2. So let's pull those guys in. Gotta think about this a little better. So Jenny is gonna start the turn, start the round. She has a war bow and a lance. Let's go ahead and just move her out. We'll take 2 actions to move, and let's use her war bow. Let's take a shot at these Zeds down here. She gets 2 die, so she needs a 3 or greater to hit. She got a 6 and 2, so missed 1 and killed another. So we'll give her the adrenaline, the 1 adrenaline for the kill. And that's going to be her turn. Dragomir will go next. Let's have him search well, let's do 1 at a time, because you never know if you're going to get a spawn. But let's do 1. He got heavy armor. Sweet. And then number 2, he's got a war bow. Okay, very cool. And we'll just do the 3rd search, and it's a halberd. Very nice, because it does 2 damage. So let's actually, we're going to put that in his hand and get rid of the Shashka. We'll hang on to it, just in case we can give it to somebody else. And because the Shashka can be dual wielded. Dual wielded, yeah. So Yasuke could actually have both of them. And that's going to be his turn. We still have the objective token, so Ogon's in there. He'll do that when it's his time. Lorna is over here. She can't really do anything. Yeah. I don't want to move her to the objective because there is an open doorway here. And if she comes in here, I just don't want her to get all smashed up by these brutes. So let's bring her back. Let's go 1, 2. There's a doorway here I didn't really see because of this corruption. But let's go ahead and do that. And she's going to take she gets a free move action, so 1. She'll move a second time. And so she's got 2 actions left. Let's search the room. Let's see what's in there. She performs a search. She found Repulse, which is once per turn, push all zombies from a target zone you can see to a zone adjacent to it that shares an open path and is 1 zone further from you. That's pretty cool. So the enchantment is kind of like this one-time cast spell. And she's going to hang on to that. And she'll just use her last action to take cast her power blast into this crowd of zombies here. She needed a 4 better, and she got it. So that's going to be 1 kill. And she'll get her adrenaline point for that. And that's going to be the end of her turn. Let's see, what do we do with Sarnai? What to do with her? She's kind of in the same situation as Lorna was. She can't really attack these brutes. You know what? Let's move her back. We'll take 1 action. We'll move her back. And let's go ahead and take a stab into the next zone. So her lance has a range of 1/1. And she rolls 1 die and needs a 3 or greater. So let's go for it. She's got a 1 miss. That sucks. Let's go again. Another 1. Crap. Well, that's her turn. That's all she can do for now. Yasuke is over there, a little bit further from everyone else. I guess the best thing to do would be, I don't know, let's just have him search one more time, see what we get. Lightning Bolt. Let's see if we get a focus there. And so we got 0 to 3 range, 1 die. Need a 4 greater and 1 damage. So it seems okay. You can shoot it far and from point blank. Makes some noise though. Oh, let's not forget to add the noise token from Lorna's power blast shot. So that's important because, you know, if these the zombies in White Death do not split, they won't go this way, or they won't move in that direction. They will stay together, and they will prioritize the most noisy zone. So in this case, we get to just choose which way they go, at least as it stands now. So Yasuke's gone. Ogon needs to go. He's gonna... Actually, let's move him forward. And we'll let Dragomir take the last, or take this objective token. So let's go with Ogon. We'll move him once, twice, and he's got the guy's arm, and that does, he gets to roll 2 die on that. So he needs a 4 or greater. So he'll take his swing or his stab, and he got a 4 and a 2. All right, so he got one of them, and the other one lives. That puts us back to Genia, who began the round. So that's the end of the survivors' turn this round. All of the zombies are going to get to activate now. So these brutes are making the way up. Not cool. They're getting close on us. This guy, this single guy, is going to go up here, right? So there's more noise. Each of these survivors counts as 1 noise. So we're going to get rid of the noise token, because that resets every round. And we got to spawn some new Zeds in. So we've got an extra activation. Thank God everyone's in the blue zone. because they don't do anything. So otherwise somebody would be taking damage here. And then we have, let's draw another one. Ooh, Necromancer. Okay. Not cool, but shouldn't be a problem. This is a tutorial. So we'll get his Necromancer spawn zone here, and we'll put him on it. And just a reminder, right, these guys don't actually move when it's their turn, when it's the zombie activation phase. Instead, they will add more corruption, pushing the spawn zone further. The corruption isn't blocked by walls or buildings or anything like that, so it's actually going to move right through here. And once it reaches the beacon, all hope is lost, and we lose. So this kind of is, I mean, if the situation were worse, right, this would kind of suck because we really only have 2 turns to kill him. But we can do that. So let's move the start token to Dragomir. He's going to go ahead and take this guy, or take his objective token. He's going to get 5 adrenaline for that. And we are halfway to completing our quest here. So he still has 2 activations left, or actions left, so he'll move 1, and he's got a halberd. And why that's important is he's got a halberd, so he's got range 1-to-1, or he can go as far as 1, but he has to be at 1. He can't be in the same zone. So, and melee attacks can't miss and hit your teammates. So this is perfect because these guys are all in combat. So he's going to go ahead and take that stab. He gets 1 die and he's a 3 or greater. So we got 66% chance. And hits and kills him. That puts us right at 6 adrenaline. So anything more, he's going into the yellow zone. It's going to make everything a little bit harder. So just got to be mindful of that one. And that's going to be, he picked up his objective, he moved, and he attacked. So that's everything for him. Now we're going to move on to Lorna, who is in this room. And remember, we have a doorway here, so she can actually take a shot at this Necromancer here. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's not waste any time. She only rolls 1 die with her Power Blast. Let's just go for it. We need a 4 or greater. She got 1. Let's go again. Or 2. Let's go again. 6. Okay. Perfect. Dead. And he's out of there. Awesome. She gets her. Sadly, it's only 1 adrenaline point. But when you kill a Necromancer, it does drop a powerful weapon. And I don't know if it's supposed to be upside down or right side up, so we're just going to keep it mystery for now, because it makes it a little bit funner. We'll have to look that up later. So she attacks twice. She does have a free move. Let's go risky with it. Why not? She attacked twice. She gets a free move, and then she'll pick up the power weapon, and let's see what we get. I normally don't like doing this, to, keep having a survivor in a spawn zone, because they come in with an extra activation, you're gonna have a bad time. And she found Baba Yaga's Blessing. Let's see. It's an enchantment. Once per turn, you get to choose one or the other. 1 die combat, plus 1 die to roll combat, or plus 1 max range, damage 2. If the targeted survivor benefits from the chosen skill for their next combat action, it may be used from the backpack. So cool. We'll just keep that in her backpack. Sweet. Where's she at? Right here. Okay, so now we're gonna go with Sarnai, who really, she's kind of can't really do much. Let's go ahead and make her move down 1. Let's move her a second time, and we'll search the room, because there's really nothing she can do about these brutes. She'll find a great sword. She rolls 5 dice. That's cool. Awesome. So we'll put that in her other hand there. And that's going to be her turn. Next, we're going with Yasuke, who... he's got a lightning bolt, but it only does 1 damage, so he also really can't do very much here. But but let's just move him. I guess let's just move him into position. He's got heavy armor, so we're gonna go 1, 2, and we'll use his third action to get right up in here. If these brutes get up on us, then, you know, at least he'll be able to tank some of the damage if it comes to that. We'll also get, well, Dragomir's already gone, but we'll see how it goes. That's his turn. We're gonna go with Ogon, who has the Geist Arm, and he's gonna move up 1. And he's gonna use that thing. He gets 2 die, and needs a 4 or greater. Oh, actually, let's take the, no, never mind, he does. It's 1/1 range. Gets 2 die and does 2 damage, so moved once. Let's go for an attack. 5 and a 4, very nice. So that's 2 brutes dead. Let's go for another attack. See if we can't clear the last 2. And crap, all right, that's 2 and a 2. So we missed. But we're gonna get the 2 adrenaline points, so he's at a 3. Lastly, we have Genia, so it's also kind of a tricky situation. We're gonna move up 1, and we're gonna trade with Ogon, and we're gonna take his Geist Arm and give him the, let's just give him the lance, because he's got a short bow. Yeah, we'll trade. So she's moved, she's traded, now she's gonna take a stab at the brutes here. Let's go for it. Boom, well, yeah, she got 1. She got 1, we'll take it. So that's 1 brute. 1 brute out of the way. So that's gonna put her at 2 adrenaline. That's gonna be it for the survivors this round. So the zombies get to go. Brute is gonna move up 1. Okay, so now everyone's in combat, but we're still okay, you know, got a whole team there, so I think we'll be just fine. Let's go ahead and spawn some zombies. We've got, what is this? More brutes. 2. Okay. Let's get 2 of them up here in zone 1. And let's get some 4 walkers down here in zone 2. All right, so that actually is not cool because, yeah, that sucks. Because even though, like, she's fine, like, they're not gonna attack her now, she can't flee from the fight because there's too many. It takes one action for every zombie in the zone, 1 additional action to run from combat. So she can't really get out of there. So she needs to fight them, and she only has a power blast, which isn't super great. So she's gonna need some help. And she starts. So maybe that wasn't the best idea. But we have Baba Yaga's blessing. So let's take a look at this one more time. Okay, let's just talk about the left side real quick. It's +1 die to combat, +1 to dice roll combat. So that means we're gonna add a die. We're gonna go from 1 die to 2 dice, and then we're gonna add 1 value to each die. So if we roll 2s, they're gonna be 3s. We need a 4 or greater. So with this blessing, we can roll 3s, and we get to roll 2 die. So hopefully this gets us out of there. So we're gonna take our shot with Power Blast, roll the 2 die. We need 3 or greater. Okay, we got a 3. So cool, we killed 1. That puts us not in the best spot. We needed to kill 2 really. So that blessing only works for 1 for your next combat action. So there's not much she can do other than keep fighting. So her Power Blast, she has it's gonna be 1 die, needs a 4 or greater. She's got a 4, that's a 1. And 5, that's another one. Okay, cool. So at least if she does take damage, it's not gonna be a lot. Oh, and let's give her 3 adrenaline points. Okay, Sarnai's turn. Okay, she's in a perfect position to help Lorna, so she's gonna take that attack and stab across the zone And she gets 1 die to roll on this, needs a 3 or greater. Boom, 6. Okay, so that guy's out. Lorna is safe. Sarnai to the rescue. So, what to do with her? Let's go ahead and let's have her search. Let's have her search that room. She found a torch. Cool. Put that in her backpack. And she's got 1 more action. That's tricky, dude. I feel like I want to keep her there to... Yeah, you know what? Let's move her up. We're going to move her up 1. Well, the greatsword is pretty good. I just want her to... If she can get in there, and if a lot spawns, she'll be able to clear it, but then will she be able to get out? That's another question, so... it's tough. Alright. Let's play it like this. She's going to just skip her last action and stay there. Because she's going to start the round. So now we have Yasuke. He has, well, he doesn't have much he can do in this position. He can run. They can't trade because they're in combat. So he can spend I guess 2 actions to get out of combat. So 1 to move and 1 for the running from the Zed. And then let's just move him again. So that's going to be his 3 actions. Besides that, there's really nothing effective he can do. Okay, so Ogon's going to go. He's going to do the obvious. Oh, wait. We gave the Geis arm to Chenia, so he also can't do much. Let's reposition him. Let's have him follow Yasuke. That's going to be his 3 actions. So then it's Jenny's turn, who will take out that brute. And she needed a 4 greater, and she got her 4. So that is 1 dead brute. We'll give her adrenaline. So last for the round, we have Dragomir, who is just hanging out back there, chilling. It's nothing really, again, nothing great he can do. He's got the halberd. Let's just move him up. Move him up 2, because this requires a range of 1. He can't attack in his own zone. So when these brutes, they are going to move. Technically, they're going to move this direction because there's more nodes in this direction. So we're going to have them flow this way. I guess they would move straight down, and so they're going to be between these guys. Okay, that's it. So the zombies get to activate. These brutes move up 1, and we're going to do some spawns. Have fun. Walkers. All right, we got 4 walkers. Everyone's still in the blue zone. So let's get our 4 walkers in there. And where are they all? So that's all in zone 1. And we just need to be a little mindful getting in this room because, yeah, we have a spawn zone here, but this is an open door. So as we're trying to get this stuff, they're going to be coming in. And we need to do the second spawn zone. We got, oh, shoot, an abomination. Okay, that's not cool. Because Lorna is in that zone. But she should be able to run away from that. So let's get the con abomination. Look at this guy. Freaking awesome. All right. Throwing pieces everywhere. All right. Let's go. So that's it. Okay, we're starting the next round. We're moving the start token to Sarnai, who is not going to do anything to help Lorna. But instead, let's just have her search, because she's in there and she can't really do anything about these. Well, let's have her skip the search. Go 1, 2, 3. That'll be her turn. She'll just get the heck out of there. She has a torch. Who has... Oh, nobody has... Ooh, nobody has Dragon Bile right now, so maybe she should have searched. It's too late. She ran. We have torches, but nobody's got Dragon Bile, which we need to kill that abomination. Well, it's Yasuke's turn, and we shall have him... Let's have him move up his 1. Well, before we do that, chess rules, right? My hand's still on the piece. Let's have him. What's his specialty here? He can hold a katana in the arm. Well, he's got heavy armor on. Let's have him trade the Shashka for the lance. And here's why I'm going to do that. So, traded Ogon, took his lance. We're going to move up 1, so that's 2 actions. We're going to use this lance because it's got that range of 1 to attack this group of zombies here. So, it's only 1 die. We need 3 or greater. Alright, we missed. But he has the blue passive ability here, freeze on melee attack. So we did a melee attack, and regardless if you've killed something or if it's a hit or a miss, we do get to freeze the zone. So when it's the zombie's turn to activate, none of these guys are going to move. They're frozen. So that's at least going to slow down whatever's going on over here. Buy us a little bit of time. Now Ogon gets to go, and yeah, we'll move him up, and he'll do the search. See what we find. Water. Okay, we're going to hang on to that. We're not going to use it yet, because we don't want it to put anyone in the yellow zone. It wouldn't. He's at 3 AP. Would take him to 6, but we might save it so it can bring him into the yellow zone when it's I guess, strategically time to do that. So he did the 1 search, and we'll do the 2nd search. And he found a torch. Okay, so we got a lot of torches. Well, so we're not doing a search action. We are using the special rules allow us to search for our gear more than once in the zone, and that's just for this. If we were searching a regular zone, then we'd be doing it once. So his turn is up. We're gonna go with Genia, who has that Geis arm, and she's gonna swing that thing around in the zone next to her, and hopefully finish off those brutes. So let's go for it. She gets 2 die. I need a 4 or greater. And okay, there's 1. Got a 5 and a 3. And let's do it again. And boom. All right, sweet. So 2 actions. Got both those brutes. Let's give her adrenaline. She's got 1 action, so let's go ahead and move her forward. We don't really have to worry about these guys because they're frozen, so they're not coming. Even if they get an extra activation, the first activation, they will be stuck by the freeze goes away, and then the extra activation will move them, and we'll deal with that. But we don't have to worry about her getting ripped apart and eaten. So we can go ahead with Dragomir, who is right next to her. He's got a halberd and a warbow, so how do we want to play it? We can either move him over 1, take 2 shots, or we can move him closer to the objective. He'll still be able to take his shots because they're going to freeze. They're not going anywhere. But if they were to move in there, that would kind of suck. So they'd be frozen. If we got an extra activation, they'd move. Let's risk it for the biscuit. Let's go. Let's just move him. 3 actions. And Lorna is the last to go. So we need her to... She's going to take 2... She has a free move, but she has to spend an additional action to flee from combat. She's going to get the hell out of there. She's going to stop and search real quick. Hopefully we can find some dragon bile. We found some water. Not what we wanted, but I guess we'll take it. Well, okay. So we've got water. You know what? Let's look at her. She had repulse. What was this again? Oh, she gets to push the target zombies away. Yeah, okay. That's like a force push. But we won't. We won't go into that. So she fled. Which was 2 actions. She searched. 1 was her free move, and let's just get her the hell out of there even further. That is going to be that's going to be the round for the survivors, and it's the zombies' turn to activate. These guys are all frozen, so nothing for them. They're stuck. Mr. Khan is going to chase after Lorna. Pretty scary. That sucks. I'd be freaking out. Let's face her that way. And then we're going to do some zombie spawns on spawn zone 1. Another necromancer. Okay. Cool. So he comes back in. The Defiler. We killed him already. He's coming back. And we're going to do another one. Runners. 4 runners. Okay. So, runners are weak, but they catch up to us, right? Because they're running. And they're far away for now. So we're okay. Let's... What's next? Okay. I guess that's it for the zombies. Now the players, or the survivors, are going to go. Let's pass that starting token to Yasuke. And he is in... Well... I mean, really, we can actually finish it off right here. We've got 4 items to pick up, and then the objective token. So really, Yasuke can just finish this. Let's get some glory kills though, shall we? Yeah, let's use that. Let's use his lance. Let's take a couple stabs in there. Well, you know what? The lance kind of sucks. Let's search for something first. And we got Dragon Bile. Okay, cool. Well, we can use that if the Khan were to have gotten up on us. Remember, you need the Dragon Bile and the torch to obliterate the zone. So that's half of the equation there. You know what? Let's just keep it ahead and let's search the second time. Ah, runner. Okay. That changes things. Because, okay, that kind of screwed things up for him. Now we have a runner in the zone, so everyone here is in combat, so... Okay, maybe it was a good idea to search and not do the attack. So he can't do anything because he can't flee, because he only has the 2 actions. He would need a second action to flee. And both of his warbow and his halberd are both range 1, minimum 1. And he's got the shotgun in his backpack, but he's got 1 action to put in his hand, then he still can't attack. So yeah, he's just got to skip. Not great. Not great at all. Oops. Let's go back. I was looking at Dragomir. He can attack. We're looking at Yasuke still. So he's got the lightning bolt. He's gonna do that strike. 1 die. 4 or more. And he missed it. Okay. So it doesn't matter. But he's got armor, so if worst case scenario, he can still take the hit. But everything we just said applies to Dragomir, right? He's in combat. He can't do anything in there. He's going to have to get out if we don't kill that runner. So Ogon's in there. He's got a Shashka. I guess he's really got to just take that hit, take that shot, or take that swing. 1 die, and he got a 1. Okay, that's a miss. Okay, let's go again. All right, he got it. So, I guess we can't get... I got a little ahead of myself there. I can't get too excited thinking I just won the whole thing. And then that happened. These things can really throw off your plan. So, while we're in there, he's got a short bow. He could take a shot across. That might be a good idea because the walkers take priority over the necromancer. So... yeah, I think the best thing to do for him would be, because he used 2 actions, he's going to use his 3rd action to shoot an arrow in there. He needs a 3 or greater. And he got the 3. We left the 6 in there from before. And that's going to take, he's going to get his adrenaline, and he's going to take out 1 plain old walker. Genia is next. She's in perfect position to do some damage in that zone. Because if she can clear all that, then we're going to stop playing around and we can just win the objective and not die. So let's go for that. Doesn't really matter which weapon she uses. Actually, it does. We're going to use the warbow because they both have range 1 minimum. They both roll 2 die, but the warbow has 3, or you need to get a 3 or greater. And the Geist Arm does 2 damage, but we don't need to do 2 damage. All these guys are 1 health. So let's go. Let's take a shot with the warbow. Okay, we got 1 of them. That's 1. And okay, we'll go again. Okay, so that's 2 of them. All right, last 3rd shot is gonna be... all right, cool. Whew. Close. We got him. And she will get the 4... Uh-oh. Okay, she's gonna get the 4 adrenaline. 1, 2, 3, 4. That puts her at 9 now. She's in the yellow zone, heating up. That's great, because now she's gonna get her second action. So she kind of levels up there, upgrades. But now more zombies are gonna pour in quickly if we don't finish this up. So with her additional action, I guess let's just move her. Let's get her closer to where we gotta go. Really, it doesn't matter. Let's just leave it there. Because it's Dragomir's turn. He's gonna find his, well, we don't know yet. We're gonna get the sword. And then we're gonna get the objective. Okay, so that was the end of the tutorial quest. It kind of got a little dicey there. I mean, again, for a tutorial, it was good. It was, I mean, perfect for a tutorial. I think this is a good representation of how the game is going to play out for the rest of the story, for all the other quests. I think this is going to be pretty darn tough. Just seeing how quickly, I mean, I haven't even really looked through all of the, not the items, but all the zombie deck. I mean, there's, okay, abomination. Okay, there's a lot of abominations in here. Maybe we need to shuffle these better, but I mean, a lot of necromancers. This might be really tough. So we're gonna see how it goes. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks.